Hey guys, what's up, Cypher here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to mod your Paris Prime after you get it to level 30. Now, I want to apologize first for not uploading yesterday. Yesterday, was my last day at school for this, whole year, so summertime, so a lot more content for you guys. Anyway, aside from that, straight to the video. We're talking about the Paris Prime and how to mod it, and I said that having the Paris Prime is going to, show you how to look at a weapon and how to decide what you should be modding towards. Okay, so if we look at the base stats for the Paris Prime right here, we have a 35.0 slash damage, a 160 puncture damage, and a 5 impact damage. Now here I'm going to be explaining the damage types and how you know what the weapon is good for and what it's not good for. So slash damage is good against the infested and any enemy that doesn't have armor or shield. Puncture is good against enemies with armor, so obviously heavy gunners, bombards, etc. And impact is good against shields. So if you look at that there, you instantly assume that this weapon is going to be good against the Grineer faction and in the Voids. So because they have armored enemies in there. So trigger is charged, so that means you have to charge the weapon up, then let go, and then it shoots the arrow. Basically, like if you swap to Karak, the trigger is auto because it's a full auto rifle. So okay, status is 20%. That's a pretty decent status chance. What status chance is the chance that a proc will happen. So a puncture proc where you basically shoot through armor, or a slash proc where the health gets eaten away, impact proc to stagger the opponent, or possibly your elements, so things like fire, electric, things like that there. So burning, being stunned by electric, or being frozen by ice, things like that there. Reload is the amount of time that it takes to reload your weapon, so in this case put the arrow in the bow. Fire rate, the amount of time that it takes to pull the bow back, so you're dealing max damage. And here is where we get to, our good stuff. We have our critical multiplier, which is 2 times, so it's 2 times the damage whenever it hits a crit, and then we got our critical chance, which is 45%. Now, looking at those stats, which is the highest value there? We actually see that the critical chance is the highest value, and the critical multiplier gives us 2 times more damage. So, whenever you see that there, you have to assume that the Paris Prime is good for a critical hit build. So, whenever you're modding for a critical build, you're going to want to put mods that, favor critical chance and critical damage. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You have to keep in mind that putting mods on to raise your base damage is also going to increase the damage of your critical hits, etc, etc. So whenever we go into mod the Paris Prime, we have 1v polarity, so we're going to put on our Serration. That's pretty standard, more damage, so we're raised up to 424 puncture damage, 13.3 impact, and 92 slash, or 93 slash if you like rounding up. So we've got that there. Now we want to raise up that critical chance so we get more, crit hits. And there's a plane outside, oh my god. Okay, so if we go for Point Strike, this is a mod you should have. It is very common. Like, you should have Serration and Point Strike. Those are 2 mods that you most definitely should have, okay? So we put that there on, and that gives us over 100% critical chance. So mainly whenever you're modding out a weapon, if you see that a weapon has about 20% critical chance, you can mod that out for crit. I would usually recommend 25, but because the Paris Prime has a really high critical chance at base, now you can get up to over 100%. Now, what happens after that 100% is you can get a 12% chance for red crits, and they actually deal a lot more damage. So okay, if we look at it, now we want to raise the damage that it does whenever it actually does crit, and this is a mod called Vital Sense. I'll show you how to get this mod in the next video, along with a lot of other mods that, people really need. So, if we put that there on, we see our critical multiplier is bumped up to 4.4. Now, we're going to be dealing tons of damage with this. But to get full damage with the Paris Prime, you have to completely draw the bow back whenever you're playing in game. You have to hold in R2 or your fire button, whatever it might be, your mouse click, until the circle, your reticle, is completely full, and that way you'll be dealing max damage, and your bow will be going at max velocity, so it'll be traveling, as fast as possible, as far as possible. So to speed that there up, we're actually going to be speeding up the fire rate, because that's what is affected by it. So if we put on speed trigger, that little circle is going to speed up a lot faster. So we're going 0.8 fire rate right now, and that'll take literally not even a second to be fully charged, and then that's just going to go straight through the enemy. Now, things that you could put on like complement this, like mods like split chamber, you could probably put on heavy caliber as well, even though that decreases the accuracy. I like pairing the heavy caliber and split chamber. However, I don't think I can fit it on this build right now. But I would put on split chamber first instead of heavy caliber, because then you're getting 2 arrows and you're going to be completely accurate. And then I have this mod called Shred, which just increases the fire rate a little bit more and lets me shoot through walls, etc. But then you can put on like Bane mods, damage against Corpus, Grineer, things like that there. You could put on elements, but mainly with a crit build you want to avoid that. So this will be like, these here 4 mods right here are mods that you should be seeking to get. You should have Surrection, Point Strike, Speed Trigger. Some of you might have Vital Sense if you've been playing those dark sectors and surviving until like wave 20. Or, you know, 20 minutes in. That's where these drop, or Vital Sense drops. But I'll make a video about that next. Split Chamber, some of you might have it as well from playing Void, so you could go ahead and slap that on. Now, just keep in mind that I do have a Catalyst installed on this Paris Prime. Don't worry too much about Catalyst straight away, because the devs like to release a working Catalyst blueprint alert every 2 weeks, so if you don't want to spend platinum that you get from trading on Catalysts or reactors, just wait out every 2 weeks and you know you should be able to get like 1 blueprint for it. So all depends how they're feeling, so it could be a gold potato or a blue potato, so working Catalyst, working reactor, gold being the reactor and then blue being the Catalyst. So yeah, so that's why I have 60 mod slots. And yeah, so that is like a basic sort of Paris build. I wouldn't go into elements straight away, but if you want to, you could put an element on. But that is pretty much it. Now, we will be formatting this, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to format with this, and the only reason I'm playing on my main account right now is because I haven't got the Paris Prime completely leveled up. I wasn't really playing Warframe too much yesterday, so yeah, I apologize for not uploading yesterday. I did watch the dev stream, and yeah, it was an okay dev stream. It wasn't the best, but they did tease Ash Prime at the end, so I guess that kind of confirms Ash Prime, but whatever. But that's about it. Anyway guys, if you liked the video, please hit like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.